Once upon a time in a faraway land, there lived a kind and beautiful girl named Cinderella. She lived with her wicked stepmother and two mean stepsisters who made her do all the housework. While her stepsisters wore fine clothes and attended grand parties, Cinderella had only rags to wear and was never allowed to have any fun. One day, the king announced a royal ball at the palace, inviting all the young women of the land to attend, as the prince would choose a bride. Cinderella longed to go, but her stepmother laughed and said, "You can't go looking like that." The stepsisters left for the ball, leaving Cinderella alone and heartbroken. Suddenly, a kind fairy godmother appeared before her. "Don't cry, dear child," she said. With a wave of her wand, the fairy godmother transformed Cinderella's rags into a dazzling gown and glass slippers. She turned a pumpkin into a golden carriage and mice into fine horses. "But remember," the fairy godmother warned, "the magic will only last until midnight. You must leave the ball before the clock strikes 12. Cinderella arrived at the ball, and everyone was amazed by her beauty, especially the prince. He couldn't take his eyes off her and spent the entire evening dancing with her. Cinderella felt like she was in a dream. As the clock struck midnight, Cinderella remembered the fairy godmother's words and quickly ran out of the palace, losing one of her glass slippers on the steps. She disappeared just before the magic wore off, leaving the prince confused but determined to find her. The next day, the prince searched the kingdom, trying the glass slipper on every young woman, hoping to find the mysterious girl from the ball. When he arrived at Cinderella's house, her stepsisters tried to force their feet into the slipper, but it didn't fit. Finally, Cinderella shyly stepped forward. The slipper slid perfectly onto her foot. The prince recognized her immediately and asked her to be his bride. Overjoyed, Cinderella accepted, and soon they were married in a grand celebration. Cinderella's kindness and grace won the hearts of all, and she and the prince lived happily ever after, showing that goodness and love always prevail.